Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Brave Extras video review for the global version. I'm obviously not going to be reviewing Vinera because she didn't get buffed. So if you're a new player and you don't have her, I mean, you could take the chance of waiting for another 90% breaker eventually. I'm sure they'll make one eventually, right? So honestly, I wouldn't pull just for Vinera unless you are someone who is able to expend some lapis, because there's going to be a lot of banners that are going to be coming out that are very good, including of course one Clash Royale banner. And there are several other banners that are coming down the line that are quite good as well. So you have to consider that, guys. Don't get stuck on, oh my god, I need a 90% breaker. I just wouldn't have that mentality, guys. I would take a step back a little bit and breathe and say, hey, I know I'm getting 90% breaker would be pretty good, but there's A, B, and C banner that's coming out in the future that I need to think about. So just keep that in mind, guys. Anyways, we have Neo Vision Awakened Sterne Leonis, who I'm not even going to talk about his base form because it's not worth it. So his Brave Shift form, a 400 times mod buff on a normal ability for his AMOE changing ability. And who's doing AMOE nowadays? Not very many. Not very many people. So yeah, 400% TDH, 5% cap, 300% LB damage, 200% human, dragon, and stone killer. I mean, those are pretty good. A lot of those things are pretty good. You don't need to worry about TDH. You don't need to worry about lunar burst damage. He has some killers already, so you don't really need a whole lot on him. His LB, 135% ice and dark imperil, 180 times dark physical damage, and his counter also gives him a 60 times mod boost for his LB. Okay. So like I mentioned, his base form is not worth mentioning whatsoever. He doesn't have infinite turns, so that's even worse. If he had infinite turns, he'd be a little bit better, but not so great. And he's just outdated in terms of global usage and in terms of AMOE chaining. Not very many people are doing that. So yikes. I'm gonna give him a 7.5. He's a decent damage dealer, but nothing really nothing to write home about really. He's gonna be passed by pretty quickly in terms of what global has already. So 7.5 for Sterne. We have King of Leonis Mont. Alright, so his STMR is pretty good, but only for tanks. But pretty good still, I would say. Pretty good. And his TMR, I mean, at least has some killers on it, but you gotta equip a sword, so anyways, 20% sword and peril, not as special in global. It was pretty decent on JP, I suppose. But on global we have L enough for sword and peril, if you need that. So, meh. 100% all elemental resist for all allies. Pretty good, actually. It only has one use, but that's pretty good, if you think about it. 85% attack and magic break on chaining. It's for a desperate thing if you're needing it, if you're in a dire situation, you need a breaker, I suppose. He has 50% physical and general mitigation on physical cover, 100% chance. He has preemptive physical cover. He has 500% cap, 300% defense and true shield build. I wish they would give him 600% cap so that you don't have to worry about the cap stuff all that much on a tank, but they did not. Okay, so his LB is a weird 9 hits, death scaling fire damage 170 times. He also has 85% magic break, 87% attack break. Now none of this stuff is really that special in terms of what global has. And he has 70% general and physical mitigation. Also has 75% beast and human mitigation. And now guys, this is going to be the meta going forward, guys. Racial mitigation is becoming more prominent with a lot of upcoming stuff, so it's going to be quite useful to have. And his SLB is a bit stronger. Fire 290 times defense scaling, 1 hit, so it's a finisher now. I mean, technically I guess you could use the last one as a finisher, but 9 hits, not really worth it. For that low of a modifier, not really worth changing that into a finisher. But this is more worth it, guys. 85% magic break, 89% attack break, and the same mitigation. So it's not any higher, sadly. But you get to renew it. You get to renew it, I suppose. He has no fire and peril for himself, and nothing outright special besides being a tank that can chain and finish. I mean, really, he doesn't really offer a whole lot. And for investing into a collab banner, first of all. Secondly, you gotta pull quite a bit to make him to build him into a proper, you know, finisher that can tank. So not really. I never really felt this unit even on the JP version really, because I knew that he'd be passed by pretty quickly, and he was, because there's another tank coming out very soon that's way better than this, way better. If you're wanting a physical cover tank, there's someone coming very soon that outshines this guy by a mile. So with that being said, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. Pretty undesirable. He has some nice things here and there. I'm not saying he's absolutely terrible and he's the worst unit of all time, because he wouldn't get an 8 out of 10. But I do think that he's not really that special, guys. What do you guys think in the comment section down below? Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Please leave a like on the video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And also, please, if you wish to support the channel, click the join button or click the thank you button. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.